Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yah through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother UncleK, and we're back with another one. I hope you're having a Baruch day, and I hope right now you have a sound mind and a sound heart. Now, before we get into the content, like the content, share the content, and comment down below. And if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So let's get into it. By all means, we got to be humble with this walk in life. We got to be humble. We got to be meek. The meek will inherit the earth. We got to be humble. Right? You know, when you have self-control and you delay the pleasures of the flesh, you're increasing in the ruach, right? You're in the spirit, you're not in the flesh. So by you increasing in the spirit, your presence is becoming much more stronger, right? The presence of the Most High is getting stronger, right? Because it's not your spirit, it's His spirit. That's why we're supposed to magnify the Father, so He's magnified inside of us. Right? So just because your presence is becoming a little stronger, because you're being obedient, not disobedient, that doesn't give you the right to boast in your accomplishments and to feel as though that you're better than the next man, right? You see, a righteous man doesn't dwell in the counsel of the wicked, so you got to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You got to have your mind set on heavenly things, things of the Shamayim, things of the Most High, right? His thoughts is way higher than our thoughts, right? And as men, we may get very defensive at times too, because with all that wisdom, you get understanding to realize the times you're living at right now is wicked and it's evil. And one of the gifts of the spirit of the Ruach of the Most High is having discernment of the spirits. So when you come around individuals, you could feel a lot of these spirits that's upon them. You could feel the wicked intentions. You could feel the evil. You can feel when someone is trying to pull you in to darkness, or when someone is trying to captivate you with lust, or just someone just having a bad thought process towards you, right? You can feel these things. But with all that, we still got to be humble, because we know who we serve, right? We know who's leading us. We know who's ordaining our steps. We know who's protecting us. So semen retention is you having self-control, not being in the flesh. And this is a big iniquity that the whole world is dealing with. Lust, right? Sexual lust, right? It's so much things being pushed into a man's direction, right? And a man, he has understanding in these scriptures what the Most High says about the outward appearance, right? How the strange woman would ordain herself, or how the harlot may present herself, right? Now, being a man of the Most High, you must look at a woman like she's your sister, right? Like she's your sister, right? You got to look at your brothers like they're your brothers, right? So with all that, that's gonna give you a sense of peace, right? That's gonna give you a sense of humbleness, like, you know what, sis? You don't even know, but I got you in I got you in sis mode right now. Like, you out here trying to captivate me, but I got you in sis mode. You know what I'm saying? And it happens in life. That's how you gonna meet your wife. She's in sis mode. You know what I'm saying? Y'all friends. And y'all in them scriptures, y'all getting things established, y'all take a liking to one another, and then so be it. Now, for a brother, you test the brother by the ruwat, and you see if he's really a kin, right? See if he's really gonna be with you. But you're supposed to always treat every man like your brother, so that's gonna have you more humble in this walk. In the back of your mind, you know that you are set apart from those that are in iniquity, those that are in the world. You know you're at the upper echelon, you're at the upper hand, right? You're being led by the right hand, right? You're not being led by the left. So that's something that we must look forward to with all this clarity that we're getting, right? The Most High, He provides so much for us, and we can't take it for granted, right? There's so much devices, so much schemes, so many things in society right now that wants you to be puffed up, right? The money you're making, the success you're reaching, all these things, they want you to be puffed up. But a man of the Most High, we gotta be meek, gotta be humble with everything that we have. All things that the Most High has given us, we gotta be humble with it, right? Because we know that we're not leaving the earth with anything material. So it's definitely good to boast in the Most High all day long. Right? You boast in Him all day long. The inner man, he boasts in the Most High all day long. Like that's his strength, that's his buckler, that's his shield. That's his salvation, that's his hope. Right? That's his final destination. That's where he want to be. Right? He want to be with the Father. So that's what can keep you humble. Right? It's gonna keep you humble. So don't think for one second that your presence is not becoming strong. It is, because you're magnifying the Father. And the more humble you are, is the more longer you'll be able to live out this lifestyle, because pride is the beginning of the fall. Right? Pride. Men will look at how many days and how many months they got under their belt. Just having self-control, right? see, fellas, it's not that deep with the whole counting your days and trying to be in competition with people, right? It makes no sense, because you're gonna feel like you at an upper hand with someone that does not have self-control. You see, and that's not what the Most High wants us to be. The Most High doesn't want us to move like that. Right? We gotta move with wisdom. We gotta know that we're strong in the Mashiach. We gotta know that. Right? You gotta know that you got a solid foundation, solid fortress. You know who you stand on, so you know you're strong. If you're a soldier of the Most High, you know how that is, man. You walk with this power, you walk upright, you walk with integrity, you walk in faith. You walk as bold as a lion. But don't let that be the pride, right? Don't let that be the fall. There's strength in being humble, right? You know that you got all this strength within you, right? Your strength is the Most High. You know that's your strength, so you strong, man. You strong. You give off a strong presence. On top of you having self-control, and you're building yourself up in the ruwat. So when you come off humble, it makes the adversary, it makes the enemy kind of throws them off. And your adversary could be anything in life. It could be a man, it could be a woman. Anyone that's against the Most High, it's considered an enemy against the Most High. So you got a lot of adversaries that plots wickedness and evil against you. So when you come off super humble, showcasing that love for thy neighbor, comes off different. But with all that love, you still gotta have discernment. Have discernment of them spirits, man. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Being humble is the best thing that you could be in this life. Being humble. Especially when you know you got the Most High in your life. Gotta be humble. Gotta be content. And shine your light. Shine it bright. So those that can see it, they can know that it's the Father. All praises to the Most High Yah, through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hope y'all continue to have a Baruch day. Stay blessed, stay blessed, stay blessed. We gotta let go of the stress. I know times it's a lot going on, fam. It's a lot going on right now, man. And for a man to walk a narrow path, you know, a lot of things could be stressing you out. There's so much wickedness in this world. And you just want a peace of mind, you know? Just want a peace of mind. And you're going to get that peace of mind because the Most High is your shalom, right? Absolutely. So stay blessed. Work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Keep a sound mind and a sound heart. And I'm going to see you, Most High willing. I'm going to see you soon. But for now, peace.